And it looks like we're live. I am hoping you all had a lovely Thanksgiving, bountiful not only in food, but in laughter and love. I am very happy to have on the phone with me Jason Loutsch of Albaugh Family Racing Stable, who is going to give us an update on Dennis's moments. But first, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was wonderful. I got to spend some time with the family, and I'm down in sunny South Florida, so it's been great.
Oh, you got to get out of that cold Iowa weather, right?
Exactly. I'm going to head back to it next week. I saw we're getting lots of snow, so
All right.
Get a nice awakening there. But yeah, it was a great time with the family, and ate too much, watched a lot of football, but ready to get back after it next week.
Can you ever truly eat too much on Thanksgiving?
Oh, I sure felt like it, that.
Okay, well, to be completely fair, I'm sitting in a nice shirt on camera, but below I'm wearing an elastic waistband today. Yeah, I am. But no, I love Thanksgiving, and not least for many reasons. The least of which is definitely not the fact that I love pie, pumpkin pie in particular. But let's get
pecan yesterday.
Oh, nice. Love it. But let's get to what the viewers, are tuning in for, and that is to talk about Dennis's moment. Obviously, Dennis's moment, one of our top 2-year-olds in the country. We were so excited to see how this horse was going to follow up his Iroquois victory, in which he also got 10 points toward the Kentucky Derby, and what he would do in the TVG Juvenile. And I talked to you the day before. The whole crew was there. The energy was electric. Everybody was so hopeful. And then what happened?
Yeah, that was one of the toughest racing days I've ever been involved with. There was so much excitement. 6 weeks of playing after the Iroquois, put us, was playing together, and he was training just like, just perfect, anything you'd want to see. And when the gates opened, it was over, and it was very, upsetting. But this game, it'll test you. And the highs are high and the lows are low, and that was absolutely a devastating low point in the stable. But he came back good, so we're very thankful for that, and we'll just have to fight another day.
Absolutely, but that's the thing. I mean, you go into, as somebody who has also owned racehorses, and I think anybody, even if they haven't, they can sympathize with this. You want to at least let your horse be able to run his race, and if he loses, he loses. But
that was a tough part for us.
Yeah.
We were just so excited to see where he stood, see how he matched up against all the other great horses throughout the country, and we just never even got a run. That was the front. We didn't even get a cheer, we didn't get a run, no excitement. I mean, when I was sitting in the box with Dale Romans, and when the gates opened, he literally walked out of the gate and left. I mean, it was just over. There's no chance with that kind of quality of field that we were going to make up. And so that was a frustrating part, because he was sitting on a big race and he was training great. And, we didn't even, you go to the Breeders' Cup and you want to have fun and exciting and have a chance. And we had zero chance and zero excitement. And, but the good news is, he came back good. So
absolutely,
we were very thankful for that, because it was a very scary couple minutes there. Just wondered if he was okay. So
that's the thing. People have to understand these horses, can weigh upwards of 1,000, well over 1,000 pounds, and when they're opening the gate and they're coming down on those hooves, if they're coming down awkwardly, you can very easily hurt something.
And the pictures that people were sending me with that people were taking, and when the gates opened and he went down to his knees, it was just wow. I can't imagine, for one, how Arads stayed on the horse, and for two, that luckily he didn't do any more severe damage, and just just a little muscle soreness, and other than that, he was fine. So it was just really a very lucky situation.
Well, what was Arads' feedback after the race? Was the horse just not ready when the gates opened? Was it just a matter of just a weird, awkward?
Our instructions were to get him running out of the gate, because he's in the one hole, obviously, and I just think that he just slipped a little bit and just took a bad step, and unfortunately he went down to his knees. And you see that every day in racing, right?
Yeah.
And it was just unfortunate that it happened to be on one of the biggest race days of the year, and the biggest race in our probably, as far as being you open up at 1 to 2 in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
Right.
I mean, that just doesn't happen. So it's just unfortunate circumstance, but we'll live to find another day, and we're excited about 2020 and moving forward, and see what happens.
I'm sure. And I'm going to move forward and talk about what we can potentially expect going into 2020 with him. But before I do, just so people can sympathize with the fact of what you guys go through. Like you said, we already went over the anticipation, and then you don't even get to run your race. But then the waiting, how long did it take after he went to the barn to definitively know that everything was okay?
You really don't know, really honestly, for about 24 hours. I mean, we knew he came back to the barn. He had no really cuts on him. He was walking fine, but sometimes when they have adrenaline and then it kind of takes time for it to come out. And so the next morning when we went to the barn and checked on him and everything was, he appeared to be fine. So that was one that we could check off the list and, thought we got through it. But, and then we shipped him right back to Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
And 3 days later, Tammy was able to get on him and just take him for a couple laps around the track just to see how he felt. And she said, everything seemed to be fine, and give him a good look over it. And then we sent him off to a little R&R.
Nice. So he's in Ocala, right?
He's at Winstar Farm in Lexington.
Oh, he's at Winstar. Oh, for some reason I thought he was in Florida with you. Oh, okay.
No, he's out at Winstar and Farm, and Dale's been there a few times to check on him, but he's somewhere out by his daddy at Tisnow, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that is very cool.
Just getting some rest and hopefully putting on a few pounds and eating some grass and enjoying the sun. And so
Winstar does a great job, as you know, I'm sure. They do a great job rehabbing.
Fabulous facility.
Oh, it's beautiful, and everybody I've ever encountered at Winstar, absolute professional. So your boy's in great hands there. And it is really cool to think of the fact that his dad is on property. Yeah. I love that. So now what is the plan tentatively? Obviously, you never know with horses. But what is the tentative plan going forward?
Yeah, so December 15th is our plan. We're going to ship him down to Gulfstream.
Okay.
And then he'll resume, hopefully in a couple days after that, he'll resume training. And our plan is to have his first start in the Fountain of Youth at Gulfstream. So
nice.
That's today's plan. Obviously, things can change, but we want to put together a little bit of a plan, thinking that 2 races, and hopefully we can qualify and run for the first Saturday in May. So that's today's plan, and I think everything goes as planned. That's what we'll stick to, but have our first race on February 29th.
Yes, February 29th. Yes. And that sounds like a solid plan to me. For those of you who don't know, because the Derby point system is not new, but maybe for some who are just now getting into racing, maybe they don't know, but there are different prep races for the Kentucky Derby in which horses can earn points. Dennis's Moment already has 10 from winning the Iroquois Stakes. The Fountain of Youth is a 50-point race to the winner. So that's a great spot for him, obviously.
We think if he gets first or second, that puts him where he needs to be and get him a good start, and then probably look towards the Florida Derby or possibly the Bluegrass just to see. I think he'll like the track. His running style should fit at Gulfstream, so we're excited about that. And I just can't wait to get. It seems like forever to February before we're going to be running. It's a long ways away, but
I know. But
get through the holidays and it won't be here too much longer after that. So
exactly. And here's the thing. Remember, I told you about the Juvenile. Even the Juvenile, we can all go to Disneyland. You'll already be in Florida. Wins the Fountain of Youth. You've got Disney World right there.
There you go.
I'm telling you. But here's the cool thing, because obviously Pedigeek here, right? So now let's shift gears. We've talked about Dennis's Moment from the pedigree perspective ahead of the Breeders' Cup. Let's talk about the credentials he has for the Kentucky Derby. We already know this is a horse should be able to get a distance. Not that Tisnow won the Derby, he did not. But that being said, he won 2 editions of the Breeders' Cup Classic at 1.25 miles. And that is the Kentucky Derby's distance. Now, also in the pedigree, because of Tisnow, you've got Triple Crown champion Seattle Slew in the mix. And then on the bottom side, you've got some really interesting stuff, because he is out of a mare named Transplended. She is by Elusive Quality. Elusive Quality adds speed to pedigrees. But that being said, he's out of Touch of Greatness, Touch of Greatness is by Hero's Honor. And the cool thing about Hero's Honor is he is a half-brother to Sea Hero, who won the Kentucky Derby. And then Dennis's Moment's third dam, Sea Willow. She is by Pleasant Colony, who also won the Kentucky Derby, as well as the Preakness Stakes. In addition to all of this, you also have 4 instances of Northern Dancer within the 5-generation pedigree right here. Northern Dancer, we always think of what he did as a sire. We forget this horse won the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness Stakes. And it's just a solid pedigree. I mean, this is a beautifully balanced stamina, speed, pedigree. So you've got to be pretty excited. And of course, I also have to mention he's got Secretariat in the pedigree. So there you go.
We're excited. I mean, we love Tisnow. We think that his best race is ahead of him, and that's the exciting part. Not too many Tisnaus run like this at 2, and to do what he did at 2 was very exciting. And we just think it's going to get better and better. And we just need some racing luck now.
Well, you've done right by the horse. The horse will do right by you. I do want to mention to the fans of this horse, because there are a lot of them out there. I actually think, thanks to you, I was able to get up close and personal with Dennis's Moment. I have to tell you all, this horse, in addition to having tremendous talent, has a heart to match. He is absolutely, he's just sweet. He's a cuddle bear. He's got a fantastic temperament. He's got a great mind. I love seeing him cuddle with you.
Yeah, that's they always tell me to be a good horse, you need to be smart.
Yes.
I really think he's got that credential, is that he's really smart and just knows when it's race day and when it's race, when he's got to practice out there and conserve his energy and all those things. So he's a really talent. I just can't wait till the 3-year-old campaign. It's going to be a fun spring, and we're really looking forward to it.
I'm excited for you, and but like I said, my heart sunk on the day of the juvenile when those gates open, and as we went over, obviously it was the same for all of you, but I do want to thank you for all the access you've given us to Dennis's Moment and the entire team. I mean, that morning, or was it late morning, early afternoon?
Fun.
It was so much fun. Again, we had the whole crew out there. We had Dennis Albaugh himself.
Yeah.
We had the breeder. We had the breeder, Jeff. Jeff was out there with his lovely wife, Brandy. We had Dale and Tammy, and those two are a hoot together. But you know what? Like you said, you go on to fight another day. We're going to have many opportunities going forward to get great sound bites, I'm sure. There's no doubt about that.
We hope it's a fun ride, and this is what we're in the game for, is of races like that. And you just never know when if you're going to have to be in this opportunity. So you really got to enjoy these times, and we're really looking forward to it. And we don't take it lightly. We know how hard this game is. So if you don't enjoy these moments, you're in the wrong game. So
Dennis's Moment, right there.
There you go.
Well, Jason, I gotta thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to speak with us. If you have any leftovers, go enjoy them. I have leftover pie. I'm gonna eat that.
Well, thanks for having me on, and happy holidays to you. We'll look forward to talking to you down the Derby Trail once the new year starts.
Oh, I'm going to be calling you again, for sure.
I appreciate it. I hope you are calling. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jason. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
And this has been your edition of the Future Stars Friday follow-up. See you next week.